So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the 3 stories I wanted to cover for this video include Sony breaking records, recent PlayStation 5 stock news, and a PlayStation Classic is seemingly already in the works for the PlayStation 5. First, let me know what game you're playing right now. This isn't really related to the video, it's just been quiet recently in terms of new games, and I'm curious what everyone is playing. So comment below, what game are you currently playing right now? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, PlayStation 5 stock update. So I haven't really been talking about PlayStation 5 stock on this channel because I assumed most of you have one who are watching these videos, but however, from my last video, I've noticed that there are a good chunk of you that do not have a PlayStation 5 yet, and I saw this comment from Sony that I wanted to share here with you guys, and if you combine it with the recent global shortage news, it makes sense. Here's what Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki said on the matter of PlayStation 5 supply, reading from Nikkei Asia. Totoki acknowledged the impact of the chip shortage but said, "We expect PlayStation 5's high demand to continue into the next fiscal year and we'll do our best to meet that demand." He added that Sony is aiming to sell more than 14.8 million units of the PlayStation 5 next fiscal year, which will be more than the number of PS4s shipped during its second year after being launched in 2013. "We will make efforts to secure enough materials," he said. So when I hear him say that he expects demand to be high into the next fiscal year, it sounds like supply will still be low throughout this whole year. If you combine that with the recent news of global chip shortages, where you had companies like Samsung, the world's biggest chip manufacturer, indicating they might have to delay the launch of their flagship Note 21 phone to 2022, you can kind of get an idea of where the world is. I see comments left and right whenever Sony announces anything. They could be talking about a game or a new movie production or an update, whatever it may be, and people immediately comment, "How about you fix the supply issue?" Like Sony just has to snap their fingers and it's done. Sony wants to sell you these consoles. If they could sell a PlayStation 5 to everyone who wanted one right now, they would. This is not just a Sony issue. Every company is getting hit. So if you have a PlayStation 5 right now, you're lucky. And for those who don't, I know that sucks, but you'll eventually get one if you keep trying, or I guess wait until next year. Maybe chip supply will be better then. But again, if you have one, you're lucky, and if you don't, you'll eventually hopefully get one, and I wish you good luck. Now, diving into the second story of the video, Sony breaking records. So I didn't get to cover this earlier this year when it came up, but it's been highlighted once more recently because of Sony's high bonus payout to employees. Reading from Video Game Chronicle, Sony is reportedly set to pay its Japanese employees record high bonuses ahead of the expected announcement of its highest ever net profits for a year ending this month. According to NHK, the corporation will pay out the equivalent of 7 months' salary, which is higher than the 6.9 months its union had asked for. NHK notes that it's unusual for management to set an amount higher than a union request, and it's the first time in 2 decades for Sony to show such generosity. Seasonal bonuses are typically paid twice yearly to Japanese salaried workers, with amounts fluctuating annually and are effectively considered to be a part of a worker's salary. Sony is expected to report a record net profit of about $10 billion for the year ending this month, boosted by a surge in demand for entertainment as people stayed at home during CV. So the record high bonuses is of course great to hear, and that's the recent news, but I also wanted to highlight the record high profit of $10 billion. So when people hear numbers or see numbers like this from Sony, do they think Sony is still incapable of larger purchases? According to Macro Trends, Sony's current cash on hand is $44 billion as of December 2020. Sony is very much capable of purchasing larger companies. It's just not their strategy. Their strategy is fostering growth of smaller studios and growing them into something bigger. At the same time, though, I can see them purchasing companies that make sense, like Bluepoint Games or Housemarque. But you guys let me know if you're buying Housemarque's latest PlayStation 5 title, Returnal, next month or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving getting into the final story of the video, Bluepoint Games' next title is another remake. So Bluepoint Games has been tight with Sony for some time now. Their last few titles have been Sony exclusives with the likes of Demon's Souls on PlayStation 5, Shadow of the Colossus in 2018, or the Uncharted collection from 2015. You can see the pattern here. I've listed 2 remakes and a remastered collection. The studio's next title has been rumored to be the Metal Gear Solid remake for PlayStation 5. We haven't heard anything on that recently, and Bluepoint Games has been pretty quiet in terms of what their next project is, but their job postings indicate they are seemingly working on another remake. Looking at their job posting for a senior VFX artist, in the responsibilities section, it states, recreate existing particle effects to a higher level of quality, create higher quality texture maps inspired by lower resolution source images using tools such as Photoshop, Houdini, FumeFX, Maya, 3D Max, or Substance, integrate next-gen material techniques, create high-quality next-generation effects models inspired by lower resolution geometry, maintain original game VFX functionality while creating stunning visuals. So, reading these responsibilities, it very much sounds like they're already working on another remake with the responsibilities focused on upgrading older assets. If we look at their pattern, their current pattern, it's probably another PlayStation remake for the PlayStation 5. Again, it's been rumored to be Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 5, but of course it could be another PlayStation Classics. In terms of when it could be announced, the studio has been releasing games every 2 years recently, so in normal circumstances it would probably release in late 2022, but with CV going on, that release could be later, meaning an announcement would be later as well, probably sometime next year, with the release maybe in 2023. But you guys let me know if you think the Resistance franchise should get the remake treatment or not. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down at the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with Return of a Classic. If you're excited to see what Bluepoint's next remake is going to be, destroy the comment section with Return of a Classic, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.